Hey friend, welcome back to Crafter Support. Today we're crafting Christmas Day 11 and we're going to make this cute gingerbread ornament. The first thing we need to do is go into Design Space, click on it for image, and type in gingerbread man face. And then you can just scroll through and pick the one you like the most. I chose this one here with the snowflakes around it, and I just thought it was really cute. So now that we pull it onto our canvas, we need to make a few changes. We can get rid of this round circle behind it because we're not going to use that. And now we just need to weld some of our pieces together. And how we do that is we go to the right-hand side and we click on the pieces that we want. And then we we hold down Shift, click on all of the layers that you want and hit weld. So then they'll all be welded together. There's somebody outside my house and my dog is barking. I apologize, guys. Okay, so moving on. Next, we're just going to pull the black face part away, and then we're going to move the nose, and then we're going to attach the two little cheek parts because that, by using attach, it's going to keep it that distance apart so that way there when it cuts, I can just weed it and then layer it perfectly into the little smile. So that's all we have to do with the design. And now I'm just playing with some colors, and I decided I didn't like the different colors that I was thinking of doing. So I'm just going to stick with the black, white, red, and pink. And I'm glad I did because as you've seen, it turned out so cute. All right, so now we're just going on to our, to make it. And make sure you set it for the right machine. I set mine for the Cricut Joy, and I'm just looking at what mats I need. So I don't have a ton of permanent and removable vinyl. I have a lot, but I don't have as much as I do for iron-on. So I didn't have a lot of options for reds. I was kind of wanting to go with a little bit more pinky red, but like a pinkish red color, but I didn't have that. So I'm using this one. This is just a true red color. And then I'm cutting that down, and then I just have a black, and this black is not Cricut. It is just like an off-brand that I think I got to try, and I didn't really care for it, but it worked perfectly for this this design that I'm doing and for this project. So don't throw away the vinyl that you buy that you're not crazy about. Even as long as it doesn't mess with your machine when you're cutting it, you can maybe use it for something. Maybe not if you sell things, you might not want to sell something made out of it, but if you're making something for yourself, you could definitely use more of an off brand because you're still going to be able to have a really cute project. So here I'm just cutting my smart vinyl. I gave away my larger trimmer by accident, which it's fine, but I can't cut my smart vinyl with my personal trimmer because this one's only the 12-inch and I needed the 13-inch one. All right, so now that we have that piece cut, we also have to cut our pink. Again, this is smart vinyl. I could have used my larger machine to cut these, but I find it so much easier to make videos doing it with my Cricut Joy because then I can show you guys the whole step process without having to move my cameras and things like that. So guys, I'm really sorry about my dog barking if you can hear her. I think somebody's working outside. But anyways, so now I'm just going to get all of my pieces laid out, and we're going to weed all of those. So guys, I'd love to hear what you think of so far crafting Christmas. We're almost halfway through, and I still have a lot of projects to share with you guys. And I'd just love to know what you think about it. So please comment below and let me know if there's a specific video that you saw and you want to learn more about. I've had some questions about the rhinestones, so I'm definitely going to do something with the rhinestones for you guys. Go into a little more detail of how to do designs and how to just kind of do the rhinestones in general. Okay, so now I'm just cutting all my pieces. And I'm using the brayer just because the smart vinyl tends to roll, like it wants to roll, and it has a thicker backing. So I really needed to brayer it down. And now we're just using my polyacrylic and we're dumping it into the ornament. And this is the same disc ornament I used in my other video. And I'm just draining all that out. I have a little funnel and I'm putting glitter inside. Now, some people I see dump their glitter back into their glitter container. I don't recommend that, because then any of that wet polyacrylic that's still on the glitter that just doesn't stick to the sides is going to be inside your glitter. And I don't think that that's a good thing, but like, you do you, whatever you want to try and do. And now we're just going to let that dry a little bit while we weed all of our little designs. So if you ever have a situation where you have a really tiny piece that doesn't want to come out, the best thing to do is to put your finger under it, press down, and then pull and like quickly peel away. And then that's a little eyepiece. And both of the little eyepieces just didn't want to come off. So whenever I did it this way, I was able to peel them and put them back into place. And I just used my reverse tweezers from Cricut. So I just peeled them off and then pressed them down. But that's just like a little trick that I learned, especially with the letter I's, whenever you're doing like a permanent design and like there's a lot of writing and the tops of the I's never want to come out for me. And this is how I do it. I just stick my finger on it, pull it off, and then I use my tweezers to put it into place. And it always works. So now we're just doing the little smile. This is definitely a thinner vinyl. I'm not even sure the brand. It's not marked, so it could be anything at this point. And I did have some people like give me vinyl to work with to see if I liked it. Not businesses, but just like people had bought it and said, you know, is there an issue with it? Like, is it just me? And I tried it and they're like, you can keep it because I can't get it to work. But I was able to get it to work, but I know that it was a little bit difficult to work with. And when you're first learning and struggling a little bit, you don't want a product that isn't going to be the best. So that's why I always recommend Cricut or Oracle for the permanent and removable vinyl. And then for the iron-on, I recommend, I call it Caesar. It's the Caesar brand or the Cricut brand. Those are my top two. I don't use any other iron-on. I just don't recommend it, but just know I'm an affiliate for Cricut, but I do recommend both of the Caesar and the Cricut brand of iron-on. All right, and this is just my Cricut transfer tape. I know people either love it or hate it. I personally love the Cricut transfer tape. I think it works really well, and I don't really have issues with it. But I've tried a bunch of other ones. I have a bunch of other brands that I've bought and tried just to see if I would like it better than the Cricut brand, and I haven't found one that I like better. So here I'm just scraping it. And like I said, this isn't a good brand of vinyl. So it's like really, it's just not wanting to stick onto the transfer tape. And this is why I do, if you guys follow me for a long time, I always recommend you use whatever brand you're using, you stick with that brand when you're making something. So if you're using Cricut vinyl, you should use Cricut transfer tape. So I'm kind of going against my rule here, but I needed that black vinyl. So now I'm just peeling up more transfer tape so I can do all of my pieces. And I have the hardest time, and I don't know if it's because I have fake nails, but I have the hardest time getting the transfer tape started. That's always been my issue. Not using the transfer tape itself, just getting it started. So, but I just think it's because my nails are, I have them just a little too long right now, but I wanted to get used to them being long. Now I'm just rambling. So we're moving on. We're just going to press this down and then peel it up. And I do this with all of the pieces. And we're just getting ready to put it on the ornament. Guys, it has been a long 11 days. So getting videos made and up, and I'm working on some side projects, and then I have work. I work full time, and I've just been enjoying doing the videos for you guys and making things. And I would love to hear what you guys think about the videos and what you want to see more of. because come the new year, I already have my first couple months planned. But if there's something that you guys, you know, reach out to me about, I can add that into my list of things that I want to put out for you guys. All right, so I think we just have the little tiny nose to do, and then we're ready to transfer everything onto our ornament. So in my view, like in my viewfinder, like my camera, I see that the ornament looks red, but it's actually a really pretty copper. Let me see what it's actually called. It is called espresso glitter. So it's from Hobby Lobby, and it just says glitter, and it's extra fine espresso, and it's so pretty. But it does kind of look red on my camera, but it's really a really pretty like copper brown color. So here you just need to like find the way that you can hold it that suits you best. And then once you commit, just do it. Like once you're like, okay, I'm going to put it down, then just commit to it and then peel it back at an angle. And if you get a little wrinkle, which I get a tiny wrinkle in its mouth, but it's really easy to fix. So don't press it any longer. Just take your weeding tool and just lift it up and then flatten it out, and it lays perfectly. So the next color we're going to do is I decide I think that I'm going to do the white, and I'm like, no, I need the nose in place first. So I transfer the nose over the wrong way. So instead of me peeling up the carrier sheet, or the transfer tape, I end up putting it on, and I don't know what I was thinking. I don't think I was thinking when I did it. But then I realized it, and I was like, okay, well, let's just at least line it up. And that worked too. So there's always things you can do if you make a mistake. Don't just toss something. Definitely see if you can make it work without throwing it away. So here I realize, oh, I get it. The white is on the top of the design. So all I have to do is peel the white part of the eye up, put it back on a piece of transfer tape, and then put it into place. So see, there's little tricks like this you don't have to worry about. Like if you make a mistake, you don't have to panic. Chances are you can fix it. It's like there's a little teeny tiny white piece that we cut. And now we're putting like the little, I don't know, is it icing? The little like around the piece. And what I do for this is I start at the top and I don't press the bottom until I get towards the bottom. And that just seems to work easiest because you're working with a dome, and like science would tell you, like you can't put something flat on something round and it continuously have its shape unless it's the perfect size. So if you don't know the perfect size, which I didn't, I just kind of guessed with this. This is a 3-inch circle, and I think I did a 2.75 design. So whenever you're making a design like this onto a dome, you have to like find that you have to compensate for the dome part of it. You know what I mean? How it like rounds off. So that's what I did. And then I just kind of play with it to see if I can get it stretched out a little bit more, but it ends up turning out really cute, even though it's not exactly like it was in the design itself. I just kind of have it like, see how it's rolled over, but it's super cute. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Bye.